Hello listeners, welcome back to Queer as a Cucumber for a very special bonus episode. Unfortunately, we don't have Aaron with us today. He couldn't make it, so he sends his apologies. However, I am joined today, very excitingly, by actor Peter Caulfield.
Hello, how are you, Stephen?
I'm all right, yeah, thanks for joining. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm coping okay in this heat. The wine is helping. How about you?
Just about, yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah. But yes, listeners may recognise you from actually not just one, but two of Russell's dramas.
Well, three.
I was going to say, yeah, if you count Banana.
Well, Banana was like like officially kind of separate series. It was like a spin-off.
Yeah.
Within a show, wasn't it?
So 3 then.
3.
Yeah.
3, yeah. Cucumber, Banana and Tiptoe.
Fabulous.
Great titles.
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, that's a great achievement, isn't it? Playing the same character in different dramas.
It was very unexpected, to be honest, because originally I was just meant to be in one episode of Cucumber.
Yeah.
Which is the first episode, you know, when Francesco, real name Dave, goes on has a threesome with the two leads. So you have to cast your minds back. But I call it the threesome from hell. Like everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was an unforgettable scene, wasn't it?
I'm so sorry, my cuckoo's cuckooing in the background.
That's all right, I can't hear it.
Oh, can't you?
No.
It's like cuckoo, cuckoo. Just as I said, the threesome from hell.
That's quite appropriate, really, isn't it? Yeah.
No, but it was really fun to shoot. It was like a kind of baptism of fire because it was my first ever TV thing, really, or like
oh, really?
big TV thing, yeah. So it was like completely thrown in the deep end. I think the first scene we did was the one when I come down the stairs like butt naked, howling like a dog.
Oh my God. What an entrance.
What an entrance. Cock out, howling, and then got arrested by the police. So, I mean, It was kind of a lot. But I remember it was a closed set.
Right.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
So it was only a few eyes actually on it. But then it was it was just really daunting. It was really late at night. It was like after hours. It was a night shoot. And I was really bricking it. Luckily, the character's kind of like all over the place mentally and sort of like obviously very high. So that kind of helped me. If I just sort of focused on the fact that he was completely inebriated and all over the place, that kind of led me where I needed to go.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, God, you do high really well. Thanks.
You do.
Don't know why.
It's very good. But so the scene with you coming down the stairs, you said, was the first thing you shot?
That was the first thing we shot, yeah. And obviously it was pretty daunting. There was, and then we went back and did other bits and bobs.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the whole kind of bit where I'm sort of like sucking on Cyril Nerie's nipples and, you know, it was all very kind of, how can I put this? It was like very kind of like, just throw yourself in and hope for the best. There was no it's not like nowadays, like people get intimacy coordinators and it's all very well choreographed. And I mean, we just kind of had like a couple of rehearsals and then it was just sort of like go, which is probably why it has quite a kind of raw look about it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not kind of prettily put together. It was just kind of quite, authentic, I would say. But the funny thing was that was meant to be it, just that one episode, which was a great episode. But then Russell ended up, I think I messaged him saying, oh, wouldn't it be great if we saw Dave, you know, on a wet Wednesday afternoon, just sort of sat by himself in town. And then, a few days later, he said, I've written you a scene in the last episode of Cucumber.
Perfect.
And it was just like, wow, what an honour. And then he's just sort of like kept getting me back.
It was great bringing you back for that final episode of Cucumber because it was like, you know, obviously your character meeting the couple of Henry and Lance was such a sort of pivotal moment that kicked everything off for them. And then to sort of, you know, see, there's a time jump at the end, isn't there? And to see you how much that time there is later to be like, oh, hang on, you're the one that effectively caused all this and yet you haven't got a clue, you don't remember.
Well, he kind of got caught up in their drama, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like bookended.
Yeah.
I love a bookend anyway, and I'm sure Russell does. He's such a great writer.
Yeah.
So mate, it was like a little bookend moment, I suppose.
Mm.
And just nice to see him just kind of like just hanging out, like not drunk, not high, or maybe he was, but it was just kind of sat there on his own, just like having a bit of a chill. Yeah, it was a really nice moment.
Yeah. What did they tell you about the character, like, before what was the casting process like?
It was so funny because I was just like, there's no way I'm getting this role. Because, he was called Francesco, and everyone in the audition room were like either Spanish or Italian, like really handsome, tanned. And I just kind of turned up like kind of gawky, pale. Like it was before I hit the gym. I've obviously I've hit the gyms in recent years, as you might have seen. Francesco Dave's slightly grown in certain places.
Yeah.
And other places have just stayed exactly the same size, and you've seen all of that anyway.
Yeah.
But although I have to add, it was very cold. Very cold. But yeah, so I went in just with no expectations, thinking I'm not going to get this. I don't even really know why I'm here. But maybe Andy Pryor had a little bit of a insight of seeing like it's good to have a bit of a wild card, maybe somebody who's going to do something a bit different or a bit unexpected.
Yeah.
So I definitely went in there, with my own energy. And I remember I had these like really cool Doc Martens with kind of like rainbow patterns in the side, like this fabric in the side. So they were this like limited edition Doc Martens basically.
Yeah.
And they were these burgundy Doc Martens, but with rainbow fabric in the side. I just loved them. I just wore them everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, these are the perfect shoes for Francesco. And yeah, and then I just remember taking them off in the audition, and there's a line where he comes into the house and he's like, you see, I'm polite, and he takes his shoes off, but he puts them on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Because he's forgotten to take them off when he came in.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a link, like when Francesco comes in Tiptoe, the first thing he does is take off his shoes.
Yeah.
So he is very polite, and that's not changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember just like taking these Doc Martens off and like just plonking them on the table in front of Russell and Andy, and then just like howling like a dog, and like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
So either one of those two things got me the job anyway. And the fact that I was just not playing into the sexy Francesco vibe, I was just literally playing like the opposite of that, which is just kind of like a bit of a shit show, kind of like a bit of a head case.
Yeah, it works really well for the character, like that, in the scene, like Lance is obviously so desperate for just something to happen and all that.
He just wants some intimacy.
Yeah.
And he's just desperate. And I can see how he's just been taken for granted within that relationship.
Yeah.
And he's getting a bit of attention, but I mean, it's kind of raised a lot of questions. It raised a lot of questions afterwards as well about how inebriated this character was, and I don't know. We've all seen people get in situations where they probably have been taken advantage of. And I think Francesco or Dave, or whatever you want to call him, probably was taken advantage of in that situation.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they would like that was their intention. It wasn't like they were setting out to, take advantage of someone who was.
No.
But at the end of the day, he was completely out of control. But he doesn't seem to mind.
No, he doesn't, does he?
He doesn't seem to really mind. So I guess it depends on personal preference or what your opinion of that is. But I think the character himself wasn't that traumatized by it, because he even says like he can't even really remember if that was the threesome 1 of that week or threesome 2 of that. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's a great character.
I know. I think we should bring him back. I bumped into Russell the other day, literally just randomly in Soho with my partner, Paul.
Yeah.
And it was so lovely because we were just like totally unexpected. He doesn't live in London. And I hadn't seen him since the premiere of Tiptoe in Manchester. And then Paul had never met Russell. So he was just like, oh, wow, like I'm such a big fan. I love Tiptoe. And he hasn't actually seen Cucumber, my partner. So he's got that to look forward to.
Yes.
But yeah, so, and then, Paul, bless him, was just like, oh yeah, well, you need to bring Dave back. He needs to come back.
Yeah. Everything he does from now on, yeah.
Just bring him back.
Yeah.
Who cares if it's in Doctor Who, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, very, very sweet. He's such a sweet guy, and it's obviously a huge privilege that that Francesco Dave still lives.
Yeah. I mean, it must have been quite strange revisiting the character after like a decade.
It really was. But at the same time, it was like I just knew who he was straight away.
Yeah,
But I think because obviously I've just had a lot more happen in my own life, and
yeah.
I've obviously grown and had difficult relationships, and gone through various things, that you have just a little bit more calm and a little bit more weight, I suppose.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was just like he's still calling himself Francesco though,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. He says, I know it says Dave on the app, but Francesco gets more attention, so, or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's still holding on to that for dear life.
Yeah.
So, and things hadn't changed about him. Like I really wanted there to be a link between the two characters, and he wore grey, like long sleeve grey in Cucumber, and I asked if I could have like a grey jacket and a grey vest.
Oh, nice.
And then the shoes, obviously, like coming off straight away when he comes in.
Yes.
And it almost like even the stairway was really similar. It could have been the same.
I thought that. I actually, when I was watching it, I did think, is it the same house? And then I'd look more close in. It's not, obviously. But...
It's not, but it was very reminiscent of that moment. Like when he peers into even just me peering into the lounge to check what was going on, even though, he wasn't as high in Tiptoe. It's still that kind of like, yeah, he's just like really interested in people's lives and where he is and where he's ended up now. And
yeah,
I think he expects he's going to be in for another good night.
Yeah.
But obviously, Alan Cummings' character has different ideas, and he's got a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we never got to see that grinder date in its full glory.
Did you think about what Francesco might have been up to in the intervening years?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's just been through the full gamut of, the whole thing of like grinder and sex parties, and he's still trying to stomp in the streets of Manchester and trying to find, I guess it's just about connection, like trying to find connection. Maybe he's still searching for the special thing that's going to stop him. Or he's just happy doing what he's doing.
Yeah. Because I got the sense in Cucumber he's probably quite a troubled person. Like if he sort of has to escape all the time into this, drug fueled.
I think he's definitely, his backstory is definitely somebody who's come from a broken home or family that maybe rejected him and rejected his sexuality. I had an idea that he might be from quite a religious family. And that's why he's moved from Halifax down to Manchester and sort of started his new gay life there. And, generally, I think he's like not unhappy. He's, happier being himself than he was, pretending that he was something that he wasn't.
Yeah. Probably
throughout his whole childhood, which I'm sure a lot of gay people can relate to that character, and especially like single gay guys on the scene. Of just, we've all been in that position where you just turn up at a person's house you don't know. Not everyone, but I mean, anyone who's sort of like been on Grindr or been in that kind of, it's not easy. I think it can be very, very addictive as well. He probably has got a kind of quite addictive personality.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm not like too worried about him though. I don't feel like he's one of those characters who's going to like top himself. I feel like
he's all right.
He's all right. I think he gets what he can get. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How did you feel like recognizing the characters from the previous show? Were you like, did you recognize me immediately, or was it more like a slow burn?
I think I actually got slightly spoiled because how the scheduling of the release was a bit strange because it was coming out on streaming,
yes,
but also then airing the next day, and I was waiting till the next day to watch it. And I think I saw someone say something on Instagram about that you'd appeared again, and so I knew before watching it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I would have, because you have changed quite a lot. You do look quite different.
Yeah, I've definitely become a bit more beefy, I would say. I'm definitely eating more. But yes, and I've got a beard. Well, I had a beard in that as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
But I guess if the clue is when he says, hi, my name's Dave. I know it says Francesco. That's kind of like that's like the first clue. But I think it doesn't really matter whether you do or you don't.
No, it's a nice Easter egg, isn't it?
It's very nice, yeah.
But like you were saying about the links and stuff, I could see, like looking at both scenes now, I can see the sort of
parallels.
Yeah, and like the quirks and like you were saying about peering into the rooms and stuff, like it's sort of you can see it's the same person.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. I didn't want it to be like me trying to replicate what I did 10 years ago because it's
No, because people wouldn't be the same, would they, after 10
no, they
years?
they
But
they adapt and change. So,
yeah.
and but I think Russell's scripts are always so good. Even though it's one scene, it had so much depth and detail in between the lines, and sort of like
Mm,
you can read so much of the character of where it's just like he's so great. He's just so brilliant.
mm,
Like my friend Natalie from up north, she's watching it in Sheffield. She's married, she's a teacher. She's got a teenage son, sort of on the cusp of getting into social media and all that stuff. So she just related to so many different things that I didn't relate to in the show,
yeah.
and was just saying like, you could pick any of the smaller characters and make a spin-off about them because
Oh, yeah.
you're so intrigued by them, whereas often you'll watch a series and it's like it's kind of geared just towards the two protagonists or whatever,
Yeah.
and you don't really care about anyone else. But I think what Russell does, he gives so much depth to everyone who's on screen,
He really does, yeah.
and the cast, and obviously the casting is
Yes.
amazing, amazing. Like Andy Pryor's done a great job.
Mm-hmm. Was it fun working with Alan Cumming in that scene?
It was brilliant. He was so lovely, and he was obviously like so busy in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just a delight and just really fun to be around and just like great to chat to, and such an interesting person. He's like a bit of an idol of mine anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a singer and as well, and seeing he did Cabaret, original Cabaret, which was just like a dream role for me. I played King Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar. That was kind of like the closest I got to kind of that kind of very macabre, kind of dark, sinister, but like with a bit of like fun and craziness.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, he's definitely an inspiration, and it was great to work with him. Really, really, it really was.
Mm-hmm.
A little fun fact is that I was Alan Cumming's body double in Doctor Who.
Really?
Yes.
That's a fun fact.
That's a fun fact. So I'd actually been inside Alan's, well, not inside him, but inside his costumes before we met. So I said to him, we've actually been very intimate.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, really? Another one I forgot." and I said, "No." I said, "Not like that." I said, "But I have worn the same clothes as you." And yeah. And then I told him the whole story about, because Russell had put me in he'd sort of suggested me for a Doctor Who episode playing this blue alien called Dachren. And yeah, so I was already on the books for Doctor Who.
Yes.
And then Alan Cummings did, I think he played King George, was it?
James, wasn't it? The Witchfinders.
Oh, was it King James? Oh, King James. And basically, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm saying it's not. I mean, it's basically he had to leave, and then there was still some stuff to shoot. And at that time, we had the same measurements, same height, same everything. So he just said, "Will you come in and finish like these few days?" So I was in his full costume with the hat and the beard, everything, with full kind of like regalia. And I was like walking around set, and all the extras were saying, Alan. I was just, and I wouldn't say anything. I just sort of waved like this.
That's hilarious.
Giving them a regal wave.
Yeah.
But they thought it was him. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was all the scenes from behind or in the distance. That's
yes.
me in that series, playing Alan.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I felt kind of like quite close to him already.
I'm sure. I was going to ask you about, because Aaron and I are both big Who fans as well. So like,
oh really?
Yeah, with you being in, because you were in an episode with Peter Capaldi, weren't you?
Yeah, and it was Katie Brayburn. So Katie's a friend of mine because we ended up doing a show called Tammy Faye, which is the Elton John musical. When we were doing Tammy Faye, the Doctor Who fans would wait for us outside of the stage door, and they'd bring photos of the episode.
Yeah.
And obviously, like me, it's quite recognisable blue alien. And Katie had been one of the astronauts at the beginning whose husband like floats off into the ether. And anyway, she had a picture of that. I was like, oh my God, we were in the same episode. And she said, oh, well, I didn't realise you were the blue guy. I don't know if she properly watched it, to be honest. I think she just fast forwarded her bits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically we were like, no way, like we've actually been in the same episode. So that was fun. But yeah, working with Peter Capaldi was awesome. He's brilliant. And my friend Pearl Mackie was the companion. So we were already mates and we'd done a play together. In fact, Pearl had done this play called Obamology, which was about the Obama campaign and the sort of campaign trail. And we'd done this play together, only 5 shows at the Finborough Theatre. And she was amazing in it. She was actually about to give up the business. Yeah. And my friend from Andy Pryor's office, who's his assistant casting director, Ree, hey Ree, if you're listening, basically came along to watch the show. I saw Pearl. And then was like, oh my God, I think we found our new companion, basically.
Oh, wow.
Because they were looking for a very specific type and they had a whole thing in mind. And then, yeah, so Pearl was kind of on the cusp of maybe giving up, and then that happened, and then kind of turned her whole career around. So then it was really lovely to have that kind of like full circle moment where we actually got to do an episode together.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
Because she was so good as well in the show. Like,
oh, she's brilliant.
She was like brilliant. A breath of fresh air, and like,
just total different energy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely a fan favourite, I feel.
Oh, yeah, Pearl is 100%. Yeah. 100%. She loves it as well. She loves going to all the fandom things.
Yeah, oh, good.
But yes, so it's funny. But yeah, it's a whole... Yeah, I have a lot to thank Russell for, basically, because he's been very, like... Yeah, he's very loyal and he's very generous. And if he likes you, then he'll kind of look out for you and stuff. Yeah. So I feel very, like, grateful.
Yeah. And so, you know, if we go back to when they were doing Cucumber, he was known previously for doing Queer as Folk, and that sort of being so groundbreaking at the time. Presumably you were aware of that.
Oh God, yeah. Like Queer as Folk was a massive seminal point of my development as a young gay man. It was like changed the way I viewed everything. Yeah. You know, just kind of like, oh wow, you can do that and that's not shameful, and you know, they can talk about that and in broad daylight, you know, all these kind of things of like, it really kind of cemented for me that it's okay for me to be gay from a young age.
And so it must have been when you then heard that he was doing another big gay drama.
Oh, yeah.
And you were going for a role in it. That must have been a big deal.
Yeah, it was like a really big deal. And the script came through and then I read the script and I saw the name and I was like, Francesco, oh. And then I went to the audition room and I was like, my heart sank, honestly. I was just like, sometimes you just think, I'm not going to get this. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to go in and do something totally different. Yeah. So sometimes those things can get you the job. Like if any young actors listening, like I think sometimes if you just go in and, you know, maybe do the unexpected thing. Yeah. Yeah. You never know.
Well, it definitely worked for you.
It did. Still going 10 years later.
So you speak very highly of Russell and you're a fan of his work generally.
Oh yeah, God yeah. I think it's brilliant. I love the fact Channel 4 are showing all the collection as well, the sort of queer collection as I'm calling it. Yeah. Because obviously he's done loads of shows elsewhere as well, but like, yeah, the fact you can like stream and watch them all. Yeah. And, you know, obviously It's a Sin was just, again, groundbreaking. Yeah. Unbelievable series. It's a really great thing Channel 4 is doing that.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite of his dramas? I mean, and you might be slightly biased, but...
Oh, God. I think it probably was It's a Sin, but I feel like Tiptoe now. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so fickle. I just changed my mind with the newest, freshest thing.
Yeah, and they're all so fantastic in their own way, aren't they?
I think they can be slow burners as well. Like, I'm glad that Cucumber's getting another life off the back of Tiptoe, because it's like, I know people have been messaging me saying they've been watching it for the first time. Yeah. So that's good. And that's exciting. Yeah. But yeah, I do think his work is like, even though it's so timely, like he always writes about what's happening now. Yeah. Like one of the reasons why he was like, that Tiptoe came out so quickly is because they wanted to get in before Keir Starmer was kicked out, because there's so many references to Keir Starmer. Of course. But obviously, like he said that in an interview the other day, and then today, obviously, Keir Starmer no longer is our Prime Minister. So he was bang on the money. He's so bang on the money with everything that's happening politically. Yeah. I
mean, watching Years and Years was, and then, you know, like the things that got predicted in that.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable, the things that he was saying. Yeah. And I watched the drama with Russell Tovey recently about the kind of like, I know it's fantastical with these sort of sea creatures coming out. And but it was a really kind of time when, you know, we were now in tropical heat in June, and like we have the most filthy water system, and it's just like we're not taking care of our planet, we're not taking care of our ecosystems. So I think he's just very aware of that as well. Who knows where we're going to be
Exactly.
in 20, 30 years time. So he's got a lot more things to write, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's always a thrill when you hear something that's coming from him.
I don't know.
You know it's going to be.
It's going to be big, bold. It's going to be, it's going to be a kind of whack in the face or something.
Yes. Are you working on anything at the moment, or have got anything coming up that you could tease?
I am developing my own show, which I'm applying for. I'm applying for funding at the moment for a full R&D workshop of my play called Binge.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which is currently starring myself and Harriet Webb. Do you know Harriet Webb? She's brilliant. She's a LIPA graduate, so she's went to the same drama school as me. And yeah, I've been writing this show for 3 years, but now it's like we've done the table reads and now it's time for like full development with a full creative team. So I'm in the process of getting funding for it now. So that's exciting.
It is, yeah, things like that at that sort of exciting stage where
anything could happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of my first venture into like writing a full show. But it's quite bold as well. It's full of drama and death and joy and fantastical kind of magical moments as well. So it's like it won't be for the faint-hearted.
Yeah, it sounds like Russell would approve.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I've definitely been inviting him. Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. And what a great thing you're doing. I think it's such a great idea for podcasts. And
thank you. Yeah, there's so much to say, isn't there? Like, because, we were saying Russell's scripts are just so full, the characters are so rounded. And
I mean, what was your like takeaway from Tiptoe? What was your sort of like, how did you feel after?
I mean, it's just like being hit in the face with a sledgehammer, isn't it?
Yes, sucker punch.
And like it's been quite polarizing. I feel like people either love it or hate it.
Yeah, I think it's had like great reviews in all the big mainstream papers.
Yeah.
Which is rare because I think some of them go for Russell shows.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like with the mainstream kind of tabloids, it was all kind of 4 stars, 5 stars, and then great ratings. But then I think some of the online reviews have been a little bit more divisive. But I do think that Russell writes shows that are kind of meant to be divisive.
Exactly. Yeah, if it gets you talking, that's and it's achieved something, hasn't it? So
100%. It'd be better than a show that nobody really wants to talk about again.
Exactly. Thanks for listening to Queer as a Cucumber. If you'd like to stay in touch, you can follow us on Instagram or TikTok at queeraspod, or you can email us at queerasacucumber@gmail.com.